You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 7th of February 2026. It is 48 days after the winter solstice. It is 41 days before the spring equinox. The sun rises today at 6:59 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:10 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:21 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:49 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 6:22 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 20 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 67% full at midday. The moon sets today at 9:30 a.m., and then it rises again at 11:49 p.m. The third quarter will arrive on Monday, the 9th of February. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:42 a.m., 1 meter 37. In the morning, low tide, 7:53 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 2 p.m., 1 meter 16. In the evening, low tide, 8:04 p.m., 0 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, with the natural world quiescent, our mind turns to the many domestic pets that live among us. Besides the domestic dogs and cats that are our steady companions, many other creatures live in terrariums and fish tanks in people's apartments. The city has strong ordinances that dictate what kinds of animals can be kept as private pets by regular individuals. You may keep a horse, but you cannot have a duck. You can have hens, but no roosters. The ordinance is highly specific, listing animals that one could hardly imagine trying to keep in captivity. No kangaroos, no dingoes or jackals, no sharks or whales. How one would keep a pet whale is a bit beyond us. But also things that sting and bite, like scorpions, tarantulas, or venomous snakes. Think of that, cozy in your warm apartment with your pet hamster. Commemorations. On this day in 1964, the Beatles arrived at JFK on a Pan Am Yankee Clipper jet from Heathrow. It was their first visit to the United States, and they were greeted at the airport by 3,000 screaming fans. A police motorcade took them to the Plaza Hotel. Baskin-Robbins even introduced a special flavor in honor of their visit. Dubbed Beetle Nut Ice Cream, it was made up of pistachio and walnut with streaks of chocolate ribbon. Beatlemania had arrived in America. On this day in 1992, the European Union came into being with the signing of the Maastricht Treaty. The treaty created a far more politically integrated union than the European community that had preceded it. And for all its flaws, it was the realization of a united Europe without internal borders. In the years after the Second World War, Europe would turn its back on centuries of warfare. Happy birthday to the EU. Today we remember Jay Dilla, born on this day in 1974. Jay Dilla, also known as JD, emerged from the underground rap scene in his native Detroit with the group Slum Village. He was also a founding member of the Soulquarians. His compositions incorporated real-time rhythms. He avoided quantizing or regularizing the beat. Questlove has called Jay Dilla the world's greatest drummer, and said that he invented the sound we call neo-soul. Jay Dilla died sadly just after his 32nd birthday. In his hometown of Detroit, today is honored as Jay Dilla Day. Today we wish a happy birthday to Chris Rock, born this day in 1965. Born in Andrews, South Carolina, he grew up in Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy, so we can consider him a local son. In his stand-up comedy, films, and documentaries and TV shows, his bright, engaging persona never shies from tackling hard topics with humor and insight. He once said, "Comedy is the blues for people who can't sing." Happy birthday, Chris Rock. You make us laugh and you make us think. In the Western Christian liturgical calendar, today is the feast of St. Richard of Wessex, who died in the year 720 on pilgrimage to the Holy Land. He was the husband of Wuna of Wessex, and the father of the West Saxon saints Willibald, Winibald, and Walpurga. What a lineup of names beginning in W. Finally, as we experience Arctic cold this weekend, we hope everyone stays warm. The city has warming centers for those who need to escape the cold. Elmhurst Hospital is our closest center. Stay warm and safe. The cold will be brutal. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 7th of February, 2026.